And now, the Crypt Keeper of Creepy, the provocative prince of the tweens, the nightmare from Neptune. It's Zabujard!
I might try making my own masks pretty soon here. I think I'm gonna order some mask casting latex or something. And I already have, of course, a trillion ideas, kind of, for what I'd like to try making and stuff like that. Just see how it goes. As you know, I have dozens and dozens and dozens of masks that I've collected over the years for some reason. But I've never... No, that's not true. I have made my own before. But never with latex. Never with rubber. So I'm very interested in seeing how it goes. And hopefully I can make something really badass to show you guys. And I think there's a weird stigma about being naked, because I think being naked is fine because clothes are kind of gay-tarded anyways. And being naked feels cool, I guess. Yeah, so. And I think there's a stigma about clothes, and I think people are brainwashed into believing that you have to cover your skin and your body from the sun so that you can be a good little slave and vote for Donald Trump again for a third term. Here's what I just thought of just now that I needed to record into the phone, is that lately I've been thinking that this realm is hell because of how sick I am, like literally hell and stuff. And if it gets even worse than this, right, like if they turn humans into cyborgs with Elon Musk's brain chips and stuff like that, and shove everyone into 5x5 tiny home cubicles to live in and stuff like that, and if it gets even worse than it is right now, right? If it could actually get worse than it is right now, then people who were born here, even Christians maybe, will start thinking that there is no hell because this is hell, which is kind of what the Cathar Christian cult used to think before they were genocided by the Catholic Church in the 1200s, supposedly. But yeah, so you know what I mean? If the stories are true in the news, which I don't believe the news at all, but if the stories are true about, for example, Gaza, and Jizreel and Gaza and stuff, and all the troublesome stories out of that region, then I'm sure those people there probably already believe that this place is 100% hell, if those news stories are true, right? I've never been to Gaza, so I have no idea. But, for example, they would believe that this place is hell. The other question is I wonder if the Illuminati is testing the highest intelligence about this realm, how much they can get away with. Are they pushing Ein Sof's buttons? Are they seeing what they can get away with, how much evil they're allowed to have in this realm before he, makes them stop, for example, or something like that, or shuts down the Matrix or whatever it is. So there's that too. Are they testing God to see how much they can get away with, how much evil they can bring into hell here? And anyways, that made me think that the previous humans, or whatever they were, they didn't shit because none of the castles have toilets, right? So it sounded like I wonder if they cheated the Matrix. I wonder if they found a cheat code in the game. Because it sounds and looks like they turned this hell realm that we're in into a heaven realm. Pretty much. It almost sounds like they pretty much turned this hell realm into a heaven realm, and that's cheating the game. Because this is hell, you're not allowed to cheat and turn this into heaven, you know what I mean? And I think that's probably what they did. I think they cheated and they rewrote the rules of the game, and they said, this is hell, this is heaven. And they were so advanced with their technology and all their chakra and all that shit that they were able to build these beautiful castles, and they were able to feel good all the time, and they were all just globally connected with love and whatever the hell you want to call it. I wonder if they pissed off some super evil nigger demiurge type of creature that rules this realm or something, that he had to wipe them all out. Because it seems like they all got wiped out or something, right? In a brown flood and stuff. So I wonder if that was what happened. And then the other weird thing is that this realm has gotten a lot shittier in the last 50 years. So that also makes me wonder if the people who cared about us made a deal with the evil fags who took over this realm. And they said something like, okay, you can have this realm, even though you're elite, evil Illuminati faggots. But you can't bring in a ton of evil for like 100 years. Actually, World War I was pretty bad. You can't bring in a bunch of evil for, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, I don't even know if that's true. Because like I said, World War I was pretty bad, it seemed like, if that's even real. Which a lot of these things probably aren't even real. But in case they are real, you have to wonder if they made an agreement when they took over this realm from the past people who cared about us or something, right? If there was a deal made where they're not allowed to do certain things to us. And then now humans are like pets. They're like breeds of dogs. You have the Irish, the Chinese, the Mexicans. You have all these different breeds of dogs, and you have all these different breeds of humans. It's like we literally are in a pet shop. And I think they like to have a variety of their slave creatures in their pet store. And that's the humans. They have all their different breeds and types of humans they like to have in their big gay pet store. And some of the breeds don't get along with the other breeds. Wink wink, I'm talking about the Floyd breeds and the curry eating breeds and the street shitting breeds, lol. But it's interesting that they kept all these weird breeds of humans to have, I think, as their like little pet store creatures when they brought all the humans back to repopulate this realm on the orphan trains and stuff, and to work in the factories and stuff. And now you'll notice that there are like 1 million missing youngsters every year, probably being taken underground, possibly eaten or used to drink red liquid from, or do naughty things to, or to use as a future army, or a slave workforce in the new civilization that may be to come, whenever that is. Underground. Underground, the Illuminati will need new slaves and workforce, which they can get from youngsters, who they are much easier to brainwash than adults are youngsters. And so they need a new workforce. They need all their breeds. They need to collect all their breeds of humans. They want to genetically test on them, you know. So this is just what I was thinking about. I don't take life seriously anymore because there definitely seems to be just a purposeful suffering to this fag hell world, so I really don't care. And just try to focus on getting through it and not reincarnating, etc., etc. And it feels like the thing that I loved the most escaped me. And it's funny when you love something and it escapes you, and then you want that back, and you think, well, but it's good to appreciate the present and appreciate all the things you have in the present. So it's very strange. Feeling just about back to normal now. Pretty close to getting back to feeling like normal again. But just overall kind of bored of video games and don't really have the patience to sit through anime or TV or movies or anything really. The only thing, I sit in this chair all day pretty much, and the only cool thing I've been doing is gymnastics. I think that's the only thing that's been making me want to get out of the chair. But I've also been doing gymnastics in the chair. I have a rubber band, and I've been putting the rubber band around my feet and trying to stretch my feet around my head, kind of. And like I said on this podcast before, gymnastics gyms are, adults aren't allowed in gymnastics gyms. So it feels like this world is set up to go against adults who actually want to have fun and not go to a shitty gym and lift weights. That's so gay and boring. I hate this. This world is so silly to me that gymnastics gyms that are banned from, adults can't go to gymnastics gyms for some hellish reason. And there are things called ninja gyms, but they're very, very rare, and there's very few of them. I think those might be fun too. And I didn't even take gymnastics when I was a youngster, but I kind of wish I had now. Yeah, I kind of wish I had now. But, so I'm gonna see how, hopefully I can stay motivated to see how good I can get at gymnastics. And, because feels like there's really nothing else in the world to look forward to sometimes besides, like, I don't know. You know when you do stuff that helps you stay sane? Feels like that for me is some stuff like gymnastics or something. And stuff like that, yeah. So I think there's stuff in this world that helps people stay sane. And I think those things are exercise, different types of drinks, socialization, probably, working for some normies need to work, and and other stuff. I don't know, whatever. But it feels like a game of survival for your sanity, and I'm buying junk to help me survive, because otherwise you go insane, and then it makes it trickier to survive if you go insane. So that's why I'm so interested in building my own gym and gymnastics and stuff, is because those things can help me keep my own sanity. And I haven't showered with candles in a few days, so I'm gonna do that tonight. So that'll be nice. Almost back to normal, I think, pretty much. So that's good too. And I haven't really left the house to go anywhere. I haven't gone in the woods or anything like that in a while. I haven't left the house because I've been sick, and so I'm excited to leave the house somehow, some way, and excited to leave my room and leave the house soon, and I think that'll be good. I don't know where I'll go. Maybe I'll just go to the grocery store or something. I can't remember where I go, but I'll go somewhere, and whatever. I'll do that maybe, and yeah, that'll be nice to get out of the house and the room, and hopefully I'll keep kind of practicing. Hopefully I'll keep practicing, and but it feels like you don't make a lot of progress sometimes with a lot of this flexibility stuff, and stuff like that. And even when I stand on my hands, I get pretty tired pretty quick. So it's pretty hard to stand on your hands for a long time. Especially when you're anorexic, and maybe I'm weak or something, because it doesn't feel like I can stand on my hands for very long, unfortunately. And so stay tuned for I don't feel like making a cartoon right now. Maybe it's just, I just don't know if I feel like doing anything at all. So I don't know. So stay tuned. Bye.
Now it's time to have a snuggle with my very best friend in the whole wide world.